channel this be on? There we go.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This your girl Laverne, and you're tuned in to 1690 AM, the one Talk of the O.N.E. And on today's show, we have a couple of guests in the building, and I would like to welcome everybody. Go ahead to my right and introduce yourself.
This is Corey, Mr. Corey Couture.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My name is Terry Barfield. They call me Big Bar.
It's Ravio Barfield.
Okay, and I would like to welcome you guys to the show. I just want to touch on a few things before we, dive off into everything that's been going on. I just want to just clarify that this show is not a show that's based upon other people's opinions. I mean, I have my own opinion. I'm going to state what I want to state. I'm going to say what I want to say. And those of you that don't like it, I mean, I just don't know what to tell you. I'm just a realist. And if you guys can't handle that, then, oh, well, you don't have to listen to the show. You don't have to watch the show. But, of course, y'all so nosy that y'all just want to watch and see anyway. So you're going to continue to tune in. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, I want to just say, first of all, I want to start off by saying that Keisha Cole was last weekend. And myself and Corey was there. And, I mean, I got a couple of things to say about this. Now, Ron, I gave you the opportunity to come on the show. I inboxed you. You said you was going to come. I don't see you here.
Why you
so therefore, I got to say what I got to say. I mean, Ron Jones, I just got to, let you know what it is. Anyway, I don't got nothing against Ron, but it's just like, Ron, I gave you the opportunity to come on here to, share your point of view on what you thought of the show and what happened, and you failed the show. So therefore, we're just gonna talk about it anyway. But anyway, Corey, what overall did you think about the show?
I thought I sang the shit out of them snippets. For one. No, but honestly, I felt that.
Talk a little bit more.
I felt that there should have been a way better delivery than what we received. Mm-hmm. As fans and as
VIP members.
Hell yeah.
I felt like I was a commoner, and I'm not a commoner. I felt like I was just I didn't feel right.
I'm not going to say that because I don't feel that I'm better than anyone else, but
I do.
I do feel. Shut up.
And you do too. He do too. Why he playing? He just saying
I dress
that.
better than a lot of them, but
yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I do feel like if you get VIP, you should not get there and it's like you a part of general admission. Mm-hmm. That's not. What did I pay this for?
You felt like
that's
a basic bitch.
Feel. Yeah, you might as well. I was by a lot of them.
Okay. Oh,
so,
me too.
But it is what it is. But I will say that for what I paid to go to this show, a few months back, I went to Trina. Mm-hmm. Big ups to Bacon and them too. Y'all doing y'all thing. Mm-hmm. But I do feel for what I paid the same price for both shows, mm-hmm. and for Trina, we got a full show.
You know what? This is my thing. And shout out to Bacon and Cherry because every show that I've been to that they had, they delivered. I'm not playing.
True.
People was in VIP when they said they was going to be there. When Silk the Shocker came, Silk the Shocker took pictures with his fans. He was in VIP like Bacon them promised. Everything that they
that's
said.
That's another thing I do feel when Keisha Cole was there, when it was time to hang with the fans, take pictures and stuff, everything was rushed.
Yep. She was there for 5-10 minutes.
It was time to shut the club down. And it's like, okay, well, if she'd have got here before 1 a.m.
Exactly. All I seen was her head going through the thing. And then by that time, it was hot. And this is another thing that I don't like, too. Like, when y'all bring artists here, okay, I understand that you guys want to give the local artists an opportunity to showcase their talent or whatever. But let me tell you something. I can go to the Soho and see them. I don't need to see all of these local artists all the time. I really don't. And some of the stuff be whack. I mean, some of the local artists are good, but some of them are not. And then it was so hot in there. I felt like I was about to die. Did you feel like you was about to die?
You see, I took my jacket off.
It was hot in there. I mean, I was sweating. My hair started sweating and everything else. I mean, I just think that when you pay for VIP.
Because my edges was a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Night. My edges was.
At the end, I seen
my
them.
edges was looking like yours.
Oh! Okay, don't do me. Okay, I had a rough couple days. But
you told me about it.
But anyways, this is a fool. But anyway, yo, no, seriously though, when you pay for VIP, and I didn't even get a chicken wing.
Guess because there was only 13 of them.
Now, when you say you get free food and free drinks and VIP, and you get to get a meet and greet, all that, that's what I expect. I got none of that. I didn't. I was very disappointed. And then Keisha Cole came and she, sung a couple snips of a couple songs, and then she was whisked off. So therefore, I was not fully satisfied, and I'm gonna keep it real. Then I had a bum ass female that was in there, said that she was gonna smack me when she seen me, and then I seen the Richard Pryor looking chick, and she didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put it out there, you didn't do nothing. Anyway, but yeah, seriously, I'm gonna leave that alone because you just sometimes you can't even entertain trash. But just, girl, please find yourself. That's all I can say. I'm gonna pray for you, boo. But anyway, other than that, it was. I wasn't happy, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. But anyway, moving right along, I just want to go back to say this too. I give props where props is due. I just felt like VIP, when you pay for VIP, then that's what you should receive. And that's just that. I didn't get a free drink. I didn't get a chicken wing. I didn't get to see Keisha Cole. All I seen was her head go by, and then she did some snippets of a song, and that was it. So, a lot of other people were saying they enjoyed the show. If y'all did, y'all did. I really
big
did.
ups to Ron and his people. Y'all got her here. Y'all kept y'all word on that.
They did.
And big ups to y'all for that,
For getting her here at 1:15 in the club let out at 2. But anyway, moving right on. When Silk the Shocker came, when Bacon them said they was gonna do what they said they was gonna do, they did it. And Silk the Shocker was here. He got there at 11 something. You know what I'm saying? And he mingled with his fans. He did his show and he handled his business. So therefore, again, shout out to Cherry, Bacon, Silk the Shocker, and also Dre, his bodyguard. Shout out to them because they came here and they delivered and they handled their business.
You must have gave Dre your number because you bopping on Dre.
I cannot stand you. Anyway.
Don't nobody give a damn about the bodyguard but you. What you tripping for? Did nobody get shot? Did nobody get shot?
I cannot stand this. See, you know what? I can't stand this fool. But anyway, I would like to get into you guys and, thank you guys again for, y'all got to excuse me because I'll be having to get what I got to say out first before we get into.
Definitely got it out. Absolutely.
I definitely got to get everything out. Now, okay, so, Big Bar, everybody has been talking about you since you've been released from prison. Was that in August? When was that?
Father's Day, June 21st.
Okay, in June you got released. And can you just explain, because we got a lot of viewers and listeners that do not actually, some people don't know who you are and some people do know who you are. So can you just give a little background about yourself?
Name is Terry Barfield. Call me Big Bar.
And can you move that mic up a little bit?
Sure, Laverne.
Okay.
Born and raised in South Lamar Projects. Most of you guys know that. Went down to penitentiary off and on 3 or 4 different times. Had a pretty bad reputation back then. Trying to change all that, trying to get back to this community, help out with these kids and everything, so they can find another way, hopefully, go back to school, college, especially get out the gangs and stuff too, because that's a big part, the reason why I want to, help this community out. And some of them so-called or the true ones out there, is myself, used to be a gang leader of South Family, Gangsta Bloods. There's a few other neighborhoods that I'm cool with, a lot of their top dogs, and hopefully, they can reach out to their younger ones instead of putting that, putting the dope in their hands and the guns and all this and that, to put them books in their mind, you know what I'm saying, so they can succeed and stay away from the penitentiaries and jails and getting buried and stuff like that, end up getting shot over some bull crap, because Omaha's a mess right now. So that's my message. I really want to help these kids out, and that's my passion now, and that's a fact.
Okay, now, it's a lot of people out there that's probably thinking to themselves, this man allegedly, killed people, murdered people, did whatever, and he was a horrible person. I mean, people have labeled you as names like Notorious. I mean, like, horrible. Every bad name in the book they have called you, and people have done that to me as well, so I really can relate, you know what I'm saying? But when you know that you have changed your life, or you're in the direction of changing your life, and you have those naysayers and you have those people that don't believe you, what do you say to those people?
I just say keep on watching what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with a few people, Ben Gray.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, shout out to you, Ben, of course. Just trying to do the positive thing with, the right community leaders and all that, and they believe in me. I definitely believe in myself. And just do some follow-up. Plan on being on a Laverne show whenever she want me to, every week or whatever, support her too, and hopefully get this message out there. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. And I really respect you for even, getting out and wanting to do the right thing, because you've been there, done that. So therefore you live this lifestyle that a lot of these youngsters is out here trying to live. And I think sometimes they get influenced. They are easily influenced by older, people. And instead of those older gang members saying, you know what, dog, go to school, you know what I'm saying, go back and do this and that, because I really, I had young girls looking up to me, and I didn't even realize that when I was younger, and I was out here doing a whole bunch of little hood rat things, and I didn't realize that I had people watching me. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear them say, I used to see you doing this and that, and I'm like, dang, was that the example that I was setting for these young kids? Is this the example that I wanted my little homegirl to grow up doing the same things I did? So therefore now I'm trying to do things a little bit differently, and sometimes it's hard for me. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not perfect, and sometimes I get to the point when I feel like people pushing certain buttons when they know that I'm trying to be on a positive level, when they know I'm trying to change my life, and they want to throw shots at me, and then that's when the old me gotta come back out, and it's like, no, stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them bring that out of you. What do you say about situations like that?
I say, like with me, I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been out, 3 months and a week or whatever, I ain't really counting the days, but something like that. There's been some people, player hating on me. There's people out there that got, money, you know what I'm saying, whatever they got, they're living good and they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? They know who they is out there. They're miserable. You know what I'm saying? They got my name in their mouth, this and that and that. It's all jealous and envy. I'm talking about the males, females too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I done what I done. I admitted my faults and stuff. I apologize. Now I want to do the right thing.
And you did your time. And let me say this real quick. I really feel some type of way. Now you done just made me have a flashback. A person that was on this show, that was one of my co-hosts, they did not want to come on the show because you was coming on the show. Then this happened a couple of weeks ago. Now, people that don't know, I'm about to tell you, last week I didn't do the show because I was on the Maury show. Make sure y'all tune in October 7th to see me on the Maury show. I was on there.
Because I want to know. I don't want to wait.
I'm going to have to tell you. So I was on there clowning on Maury. October 7th, so make sure y'all check the show out. I will be on Maury. But anyway, so that's why I didn't do the show last week, because I flew in last Thursday. But anyway, Precious, me and her, we was friends. I still got love for her. I don't really have nothing bad to say about her, but she did get, she texted me that morning and said that she didn't want to come on the show because you were going to be on the show. And I said, okay, never did she once tell me any other reason why. She just said she didn't want to come on the show. And I said, that means if you're supposed to be a community activist and you're trying to change, and you believe in change in the community, how can you judge this man? This man that did his time. This man, he did his time. So we can't judge this man at all. And I felt some type of way about it. So now she's no longer on the show, and I'm back on the show by myself, which I was by myself 4 years ago when I started the show. I just added on 2 other people thinking that I would bring, some different flavor to the show, but clearly
so
I'm
she not going to be on the show anymore?
No, she's not.
I thought y'all were a good, team.
I thought so too, but you can't judge nobody else, and she decided that she didn't want to do the show no more. And my thing is this: I'm a boss. This is my show. If I wanted to have whoever on here, that's my decision to have them on here. So that's basically what it boiled down to. But like I said, you did your time, and I feel like for you to be able to come out here, you could have been the old you and came back out here,
Absolutely.
knocking people over the head, taking whatever it is that you wanted. And now that you're trying to do the right things in society, I think people need to go ahead and accept that and you know, embrace that, and not just you know, a lot of the community leaders, they need to step up to the plate as well, and they need, and that's why I give big ups to Ben Gray, because for the simple fact, Ben, you know, he didn't care what nobody said about you. He stepped up and was like, okay, look, I'm going to help this man, and we go figure out how we go, you know, get things done, and how we go help the community. And that's what I like about Ben, and that's what I respect about Ben. He's a straight up man, and I respect that. So with you, sir, you're kind of like, are you his manager? I know you're his nephew.
Yeah.
Okay, so is you like his manager? What part do you play in all of this?
That's a good question. Well, I do serve primarily as my uncle's business manager, you know. But I mean, you know, I'm everything else too, though. You know, I mean, I'm a counselor. You know, I'm a moral support. You know, I mean, I'm there for him in every aspect. You know, he keeps me on point, and I do my best to keep him on point. He really don't need no help as far as being on point. But the main thing is I'm just here to back him up in whatever play that he makes.
Okay, that's great. Well, you know, if it's some community leaders out there that's listening. I got a lot of different people that listen to the show. I got hood rats that listen to the show. I got thoughts that listen to the show. I got political people that listen to the show. It's a variety of different people that listen to the show because they respect my realness, and they know that I'm telling the truth about a lot of the things that I say. Whether I say them in the wrong manner or not, I get my point across and I say what I need to say. Community leaders, you guys need to help out, because for the simple fact, I was at a 360 meeting and you were there, and you guys were talking about how you wanted a building for Over South. Now, people that know, we have a lot of different things going on in North Omaha. We have buildings, we have access to people that, you know, can help you get jobs, assist you to do certain things. They don't pretty much have that over South. And this is where this man will come in and he's looking for a building over there. Some of y'all got buildings over there that could be donated. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things that they can do to get things done if they really wanted to get things done. So community leaders, you really do need to start stepping up, because it's a lot of buildings over there that can be occupied, and you know, they can be in those buildings. So, you know, reach out, because it's about networking. And a lot of people in the 360 meeting, I love the 360, you know, we are there every week, and you know, we network and we talk to different people. So I'm hoping by the end of the year that you guys can be in a building and that you can get the ball rolling, because it's a lot of people that can benefit from just hearing your story and everything that you've been through. So I think that people could really appreciate that and respect that, because you are, I mean, regardless of how people want to look at it, you have had an influence on quite a few people over there over South. And not just over South, but just around generally. Whether it was a bad influence, whether it was a good influence, whatever the influence was, you had that influence on those individuals. So with that being said, we need to get something done here. And you cannot judge a person by their past, what they got going on. You know, you just can't. You got to give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's what I'm saying when I say that Ben stuck his neck out on the line. He really did. And because I'm going to tell you, he's been burnt in the past, and I've seen it. He's put his neck out on the line. He's vouched for people. He's, you know, stood up for people, and them same people went out there, shot people up, went out there, was stealing, selling drugs, doing all of this stuff, when Ben, all he did was try to believe in them, and they turned around and burned him, and he got a bad rap for it. So clearly he really must feel some type of way about your movement and the things that you're trying to do for him to, you know, want to support you like that. So, you know, I like I always say, when a person believes in you, when it's other people that don't, that's the people that you want to have in your corner, straight up.
No doubt.
So, yeah, definitely. But so Corey, what else is going on?
Can I say something as far as what y'all was saying? Regardless of what this man has going on, regardless of, who's mentoring who, this starts in the home, though. And not to say nobody knows how their kids are going to turn out, because I've done stuff that was against my parents' wishes, and I know I took them through hell at times. But at the same time, y'all can't depend on nobody else's to raise y'all kids.
You right.
And that's all I got to say.
I agree, but I agree.
Before they even get to the streets, like that has nothing to do with it. That starts from here.
But but at the same time, I'm gonna say this as well. You can't control what your kids do once your kids leave that house. Once your kid can say they going to the store, your kids can say they at a basketball game, whatever, and could be out doing who knows what.
I know. I was one of them kids.
Right. So therefore, you don't know what your child is out there really doing in the streets, really.
But at the same time, it's like influence your child, but you can't tell your child to stay in the house when you out running the streets.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. It starts at home. You just can't.
You know what? My pastor used to always say this, and this is real talk. He used to say, kids don't listen to what you say. They watch what you do. You can sit up here and tell a kid all day long, don't do this, don't do that. But if they see you doing it, how you go tell me not to do something and you doing it? Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that is so true, and that always sticks into my head. Like, I mean, it's a lot of things. Like I said, I be like, I was a hood rat, so I ain't about to raise no hood rat. So I be on my girls. I really be on my girls. Like, no, you don't do this, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because men will talk about you, and what you say? I keep it 100, y'all. I was a hood rat for real. But I'm not no more. I'm not no hood rat no more.
Have fun though.
You. But I mean, it is what it is, and if you can't keep it real with yourself, then who can you keep it real with? You know what I'm saying? If I'm real with myself, like this girl gonna try to go on Facebook and bash me and say something about me. Girl, you don't know what my thing been through. You don't know what I done, how many nails I got on mine. I hate when females do that. Y'all need to quit doing that. You don't know what this girl who all she done been with. But anyway, I hate when females do that. I tell my own story. I know I used to be a rat. But at the same time, hey, I'm not no more, and I am who I am, and it is what it is. And either a person go respect it and understand, look, this you at least you know what you getting yourself into. Exactly. And know what you getting yourself into. Now, what I look like sitting up here acting like I'm holier than thou, and I was a virgin, and you know what I'm saying? And I know that I've been out here doing the most. I'll be telling a lie to myself. So I own that. But at the same time, I own the fact that I'm still very smart, intelligent, and I'm a businesswoman now, and I have changed a lot of my ways. And that's why when I go in here and talk to these girls or whatever, I let them know, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they respect me, because they like, dang, you real. You know what I'm saying? You one of us. Like, I could feel you. And they can relate to my story because I don't sugarcoat it, and I let them know what it is. And that's what I sense from you. Like, you go in there and you go keep it 100, and you go let them know this is what I've been through. This is where I'm at now. And that's where they go really respect you at. Absolutely. Because you keeping it so 100 with them. That's what I'm talking about.
People do change, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing right there. If I was out there when I got out doing the same thing, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I had action, again, getting back into the drug trade, having big guns and different things, but I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my passion is to help these kids out, and my sons. You know what I'm saying? Son, I should say. Gina, I love you. That's my wife right there. Terry Jr., I love you too. Terriana, you too. You my daughter, I love you.
Aww.
But I'm just trying to get a hold of all my kids, and a lot of these kids. That's my passion, man. Anybody else, they can say what they want to say, Laverne. I ain't tripping.
Right.
Everybody got an opinion. Opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it real on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nephew, I want to ask you a few things too, man. What you feel about everything since I've been out to, prison and stuff, man? What's been going on in the last 3 months, a week or two, something like that, man?
Well, I mean, it's been a lot of good things, but at the same time, though, it's been a lot of stuff that we stay suspect of. and I mean I won't get into specifics, but
we gonna have our haters regardless. You know they out there anyway. So who cares about them?
Indeed, but I mean it's been amazing though as far as the journey just in a few months. As you know, we seen it actually happening before you came home. Just to let everybody know. I mean, just in 97 days alone before my uncle was released. There was an article, in the World Herald as well as the news about him on Channel 6, and that was, that created a lot of feelings, whether it was good or bad. It created a lot of fear in people because they didn't understand or know what he was about coming out. They just figured, based off the pictures that they seen or the reputation that he has, that he is going to come out like a wild beast and and be some type of murder machine, when they really don't understand the type of mind this man has. So of course, as at that point, you were able to get a glimpse of what he's about just by some of the news stories that's been said about him, and also the backing of Mr. Ben Gray. Once again, shout out to Mr. Ben Gray. But the thing is they've been able to see. They've been able to see his transition, and they're actually witnessing his transition as he's progressing. And no man is perfect, but at the same time, though, I really do believe in what my uncle was saying, because we was talking about this before anyone else knew about it.
Years ago, in segregation, Nebraska State Penitentiary.
Indeed, yeah. So now I said all that just to say that, beside the bad, the thing, I'm not gonna call it all bad, but I'm gonna say it's some negative things that I don't like as far as whatever agencies or any people that got something to say. But at this point though, I mean, he's been putting his best foot forward, and on top of that, he's wrote a book. So by the way, everyone want to be on the lookout, for his autobiography coming out in the next 90 days. We'll give you information on the title, and also to a place to go for the website, and also the YouTube as well. And just check it out. Also, we'll be sharing some links with you all too, just to get more of a glimpse of what he's about. So yeah, so to answer your question though, I mean I've been amazed at it. Nothing surprises, of course, because but yeah, it's been very, very interesting. It's been amazing, but it's been a blessing though. You know what I'm saying? Because you home, that's the main thing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Your story is amazing because. Outside of you being my uncle, I don't know nobody that actually been through what you done been through. Then on top of that, not in jail for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all that is amazing, and it shows though. It does show the power of God, and God is good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you guys out there, man, that like me or not, it don't matter. The ones that do, hope it's real. You know what I'm saying? I respect that and I appreciate it. But still go pick the book. Either way, man, pick it up.
That book.
I bet you that book, man, I can't wait to read it. I really can't, because I know that it's some deep stuff in there. Now, let me ask you this. When you was in prison, I know that you was on the yard with a lot of, people that got life in prison, people that's never go see the streets again. And, I mean, for you to have to, see them people and leave them people,
I know it.
how give us a little glimpse of that.
It's I had life in 50 years. I'm walking around with everybody, some of them got life, plus some of them got 2 or 3 life sentences, some of them got 50, 100 years. We were just like a big family in there, you know what I'm saying? People kicking it every now and then, but most of the time everybody's sad. I'm gonna keep it real. Prison, being locked up is sad, frustrating. You get stressed out very easily. With me, I had faith, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep the faith, you know what I'm saying? And I knew I was going to get out, though, because my attorney was telling me that, Mr. Glenn Shapiro, the best attorney in the world.
Mr. Glenn Shapiro.
That dude is dope.
Like that.
Absolutely. I just seen him yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Glenn. You're my brother, as you know. But he got me out on 2 life sentences, 2 different times, though. You know what I'm saying? He represented me, and me and him was like brothers now. But anyway, get back to your question on that. When I was leaving and stuff, people were sad. Some of them, they actually shed tears. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine.
It's like, man, what are you doing, man? You ain't about to leave? I said, man, I got a week left. I got 2 days left. They're like, man, for real. The morning I leave, people looking all out the, the cell windows and stuff in their cells and stuff, and banging on the door, banging on their windows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All like over at this unit here, this unit, that unit, that unit. And there's a lot of love, just like, damn, man, good luck, big boy. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and make it, man. Don't come back here, man. You got your life back.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So I send a shout out to them guys down there, man, to be strong. In all the penitentiaries,
Much
the real
love,
ones.
much love.
Yeah, much love for sure.
Yeah, one love.
Keep your head up and stay strong. That's what's up, though.
That's deep. That's deep. I mean,
Deep.
I don't even think that people can even fathom how that feeling was for you to walk out of them doors. Like, I mean, for a person to think that their life was up, when you get 2 life sentences, I mean, that's crazy. That's what makes your story so different and so unique. You know what I'm saying? You have life sentences, and when a person think of life, it's like your whole life is gone.
It's gone.
That's what the first thing I'm gonna think.
And the good thing about it is, I kept it real. Everybody have to know I kept it real. There's a lot of people got reduced sentences, this and that, because they done told on somebody or this and that. I kept it thorough. That's why my story is so interesting.
Nice.
So once again, y'all got to pick my book up, man. It's written already. It's getting edited and everything. We got to pay, a little something, and it's almost over. And do the finishing touches on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, get that.
Now let me.
I want to read it again.
Let me ask you this, and I don't know how you go feel about answering this question, but I mean, I'm sure people want to know. I'm sure that the victims, of what you was, accused of doing, I know that when they found out you were getting released, that they felt some type of way. Do you have something what did you think? I mean, what did you have anything that you wanted to say to them? Did you say anything to them when you went to prison, when you got sent? You know how people get a chance to say something. Did you say something those years, so many years ago?
I mean, I talked to God. I asked God for forgiveness for the bad things I've done. And He's the only one that can forgive me. And hopefully some of the family members is listening. I apologize for a lot of foolish things I've done in the past. And hopefully one day they can forgive me too. If not, there's nothing I can do but keep, with my passion with these kids and trying to pay back. Everybody ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying, as you can tell. And if somebody said that he is perfect, point them out to me. Where they at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's like Laverne. She's almost perfect now. But in the past, like she said, I ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe she said it. Hey, Corey, keep it real. She kept it real, though, didn't she?
She's a hood rat.
Oh, man, he gonna say it too. But anyway, yeah, man. But anyway, man, I'm just trying to do the right thing, man. The people out there, man, they gonna love me or hate me.
Right.
So it don't matter, though.
And
they stop talking about me, then I'll have something to worry about.
But listen, though, that's anybody. We got people that's doing positive things in the community and then been doing positive things in the community, and people still don't like them. So it don't matter. People don't like our president. So it don't matter whether you do good or bad. You always go have people. Everybody ain't gonna like you, and if they do, something ain't right. If everybody love you and like you so much, it's something ain't right.
That ain't no fun.
Yeah, I gotta have some haters. I said I need some new haters because my old haters is starting to like me too much. So I need some new haters now. But seriously though, I just think that this is a beautiful thing. I think this is God giving you another chance at life. And no matter what nobody say about you or whatever, you go keep on pushing. I already see that. See that. So
that's a fact though. They said basically everything about me, especially at the trial and all that. The people, prosecutor, he was just in a rush to hurry up and convict me. You know what I'm saying? What the man called me? He called me a two-headed hydra,
Tower of
Terror, a monster of mayhem, a king of killers, and a two-headed hydra. I mean, this dude went off, man. He was just, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lack of evidence too. You know what I'm saying? This and that and that. So, I was blessed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm back out here and I'm trying to help this community, man. And that's a fact.
Yeah. And you know what? And I respect you for just even getting out here, like I said, and turning over a new leaf and trying to give back to the community and, letting them see, like, God gives you other chances. He gives you, and he's given me so many chances as well. I mean, not just 1, 2, 3. I mean, man, so many chances. And for you to, get out here and be like, I'm gonna do this the right way. So let me ask you this: have you contacted anybody that's behind the wall? Have you reached out? Have you wrote any of them? Have you sent them cards?
I sent a few pictures to a few people down there because they wanted me to take some pictures, and that's what I did. I can't reach out to everybody, but
Right.
I'm sure once they get them pictures, they know who the circle is that I, used to kick it with. And I'm sure they, show them the pictures and all that, and, maybe one day, when I get some big money or something like that, we can, give back a little, little card, a little money in there to them, So.
Excuse me. Also, as a side note, though, too, there's a lot of people on death row, who actually co-signed, literally co-signed, as far as just writing down their thoughts or their opinion of him, and signing off on him, and making sure that that information is validated, through lawyers. And just for a group of people on death row,
it's like 12 of them,
to be able to vouch for one man, and then not just vouch for him, literally
wrote a letter, sent me their pictures. That's all gonna be in the book too, though. They say good luck, Mr. Barfield. Some of them call me Big Boy Barfield.
That means a
too.
lot.
I'm on there with all these dudes down there, and I couldn't judge them. Some of them in there for rape, murder, kids, and just all kind of heinous things. And I'm right on the gallery with these people. You know what I'm saying? And one of the dudes, he just died and stuff. The white dude, he the one typed up my book once I finished it. Gave him like $100, and he typed up the whole 205-page book of mine, which is now 300 pages, because the people that's doing the book, they took out a lot of things and kind of, added some stuff in there. But that's deep right there too, man. That's real deep. So
now, are you planning on traveling? Are you planning on, putting this book out? Because me and you done talked a lot about doing, different things, and I could see you going on a book tour and all of those type of things. Because I'm telling you, like, your story is so dope till it's to the point where, man, this can be a motion movie. This can be some, like, I'm talking about some over the crazy type of stuff. Like, I mean, real talk. Like, this could really be turn into a big thing.
That's the plan, though. Get the book out there, and hopefully one day get into a movie. You know what I'm saying? And let the world see what Omaha, Nebraska's like. South Omaha projects. South to the north, north to the south. Yeah, that'll be something else. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I give half of whatever I make back to the community. Build a big old center. Just do something positive. Let them know I'm not just doing this just for the money, this and that, even though I don't think I can get a job out here because of my name and my reputation and, big time felonies, That's why I'm, basically asking a lot of the, community leaders out here that got it like that or know where to get it from.
Right.
Help a brother out, man, because this is my passion. I really want to help this community. That's a fact.
Now, do you think that a lot of the, community leaders besides Ben, do you think that they have doubt in you, or they thinking in their mind, like, is he gonna go back to do the same things, or are they just waiting for you to mess up? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I know for a fact that the Omaha Police Department, they waiting on your ass. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but they waiting
true.
On you to jaywalk. You jaywalk fast, and your ass is grass. So I'm just saying.
Not gonna happen.
So with that being said, do you find yourself looking over your shoulder like, man, I mean, not from fear of anybody in the streets. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just fear, period. If I make the wrong move, it could be, I mean, you doing all the right things, but I'm just saying, people,
My fear, I fear no man, and everybody that knows me should understand that, and they respect that. Because, anybody can bleed, anybody, if you're a man, you're a man. If you're a coward, you're a coward. You know what I'm saying? But, and the way I kind of can use the word fear, I use that kind of loosely, though, but I think the police, you know what I'm saying, they're doubting me, If anything, I hope nothing ever happens to me, knock on wood, it's all good. But the police would definitely have it out for me to try to, I feel that, you know, try to set me up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, he reached for, it looked like a gun. All along, it was a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Bottle of water or a cell phone or something like that. Here's our opportunity. Why we stopped, Mr. Barford? Well, you stopped me here. I got my license right here. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? What are you reaching for? Man, you just asked me for my license. You know, I'm thinking they would try to set me up, though. So for the record, you know, I know they don't like me. They mad because I got my case overturned. You know what I'm saying? The prosecutors, they're angry. You know, I'm back out here. You know, I'm on this show right now, letting y'all know, live and direct. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely a lot of haters.
Definitely a lot of haters, nephew.
Yeah.
On that
Definitely,
end.
man.
Damn, I ain't even did none of this, and I got a bunch of haters. It's like, man, I might got more haters than you. I'm serious. I got a lot of haters.
You know what? I think it was almost equal. But, I mean, you know what? Mine is in the grown department. Yours is probably a little childish ass females that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, hate on you for who you is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just keeping it real, nephew.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just, you know, we got to live every day. We can't worry about what this person is thinking about us and what we doing.
Man, I'm going to tell you.
Because I know they want to know what you doing and definitely want to know what I'm doing.
Right.
Is he on the streets? Is he scoping my house out? Is he trying to rob me? Is he trying to go back to his old ways? I got this money. Is he trying to get me? Because there's a lot of scary cowards out there.
Right. See, that's what they think of you, but when they think of me, they thinking, is she going to get my husband? Is she going to get my boyfriend? Is she going to swoop off
shit, is but it's in the same category like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
So, you know,
that's what they think. See, but it's in the same category, but yours is more deeper. This is just, you know, female, they be worried about the wrong thing.
Worried about the wrong
things. That is crazy to me. Y'all need to be worried about doing, and especially, you know, it's some individuals
but let them keep
that
hating though, Laverne. Let them keep hating though.
I am, but my
that
thing
should
is,
make you stronger though.
Yeah, it do.
It should never, you know, every time you come on the show, you know, like you did earlier, you know, last out, you called them all kind of names, and you know what I'm saying? You just you know, whatever they doing, just make you more stronger.
But if people ain't even got vehicles, you need to be worried about trying to get a car instead of trying to worry about what Laverne is doing. Because Laverne got a car. I'm gonna drive right past you when I see you on that when I see you on that corner. I'm gonna keep on driving. You feel me? But people need to be worried about.
You do got a heart, don't you?
I do.
Full of hate. No, let me see. Let me quit that. Go keep going. Yeah, that's that. But go ahead.
No, but seriously though, I'm serious though. We really need to be focused on different things because I'm serious. I really don't want to be like that and be angry and all that. I promise you. Let me tell you what happened today, and this is serious. I was leaving. I had God do things for a reason. I was leaving my house, and I usually go to the gym early in the morning, but I was running late today, so I'm running late. And I stopped up at the gas station, and I see this girl outside, and she crying, and she all distraught, pretty young girl. And I'm like, well, what's wrong? You know, what's going on? And I asked her, she didn't got put out of her house. She hungry. She don't got nowhere to go. So I ends up taking her with me, and I'm like, you know what? Look, I'm going to make some calls. I made some calls for her. Ended up calling Barbara Robinson. And I ended up calling Barbara Robinson. She ended up giving me some resources, which, you know, ultimately ended up getting her a place to stay. And I had stopped and I had got her some McDonald's because she was hungry. And I bought her something to eat, and then I dropped her off. And, you know, I felt so good about that. Like, I got a good heart.
Absolutely.
I'm not ill-hearted.
Absolutely.
I will give a person my last. But when you cross me and you try to come for me, I will come for your jugular.
I feel you. You know what? And I respect that too, because I'm the same way. You know, back in the days, different cities or states I go to, I love giving, you know, to the homeless and this and that and that. Go on my poly, boom, you know what I'm saying? You know, this and that and that. And I think it was, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, me and my wife, you know, Gina Barfield, me and my son, Terry Jr., we went down there and somewhere in the back of like 24th Street or something like that, or where all the, you know, the homeless people stay at. And we passed out some food to them, some enchiladas. You know what I'm saying? And different foods. And man, when I got out the car, they just came up to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt it. It was, thank you, man, thank you.
Right.
And one dude, you know, he asked me, he said, he did in his pocket, he had in the bag with some popcorn. He said, hey, man, you want some popcorn for you or your kids or something? I said, no, I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Then when I see him on the corners or something like that, reach in my pocket again, give him $1 or $2. You know, that's just how I am. Make me feel good.
Yeah, it do. It makes you feel good
years,
to give back. And to give back, it always makes me feel good as well. I love giving back. And, you know, and if you can, like I said, I was like, man, I thank God that I was able to be. I don't know how much of a blessing I was to this girl. She didn't have nowhere to go, no nothing. And I gave her my number, and I gave her Barbara's number, and I told her, call us anytime. You know, that's a part of giving back. So I'm not as bad as people think that I am. You know, and people really need to get over certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, when a female don't like another female, it has something to do with a man. And we all know that that's true.
With jealousy and envy too, on the
jealousy
female side,
and envy.
just like on the guys, you know, like myself.
Yeah, but most of the time, you're not even, neither one of y'all are even with the guy anymore. So what's the purpose of having all the animosity? It's crazy to me. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to my nail tech, Connie. I went and got my nails done by her today, and I'm telling you, look at my nails. Ain't they, Corey, you even
the
said.
bitches is on point. She did that.
Man, she did that. Shout out to you, Connie girl, because you did your thing. And Anthony, I will be there Saturday to get this hair done because, honey, I had a long couple days, and this hair is
we're going to make it, nephew. We're going to make it. We're going to make it together now.
Without question.
Make it.
Look, this is a beautiful thing I'm witnessing right now,
Absolutely.
y'all.
My nephew, man. I love you, man. I love you, nephew.
Hey, I love you, too. You know that. You know it's ride or die. You know this.
I know that, man.
Without saying.
That's beautiful. And with that being said, y'all, we about to get up out of here. We do got a couple more minutes. Do y'all want to give, matter of fact, do you want to give out any shots, Corey? Do you want to say anything?
Shout out to my client. She's throwing her the dryer. I got to get back to you.
Hey.
Yeah, hurry up. I got to go.
Yeah. Excuse me, not to cut y'all none, but I want to give a shout out to all my loved ones, you know, off top. You know, my son, Jackson Raviel Barfield. I love you, baby boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, my BM, too, no doubt. You know, my BM Sarah, you know what I'm saying? You know, my queen, you know.
Which is my sister.
No doubt. You know, we call her Miss Joanna, just call her Queen. You know, and all my loved ones, you know.
To everybody out there, my nieces, nephews, my sister, my aunt just had a heart attack, a week ago.
And Della, get better soon.
Better,
you know, glad to see you up and moving. We love you very much.
Right. My sister Gail,
Gail,
Buzz, my brothers, man, Bruce, on the other side, Kenneth, Dennis, Donnie, Lonnie, Nett, Jeanette.
Shout out to the Barfields on the north side, no doubt. Yeah.
Shout out to the Barfields.
No doubt.
Dad, I love you too, man, for making 22 to 25 of us kids.
25 of them.
Yeah, Willie D. Barfield.
That daddy wasn't playing, was
he? Young blood, you know.
AKA Young Blood. That's his name, man.
The daddy wasn't playing.
Nah, you know,
without saying that.
You over here lusting and shit. Look at you.
With saying that though, man, just I appreciate that. Thank you, Laverne, for letting me be on your show though.
No
to get this message out there.
I was honored and I'm privileged to have you guys on. I appreciate you guys coming on and telling y'all story. And this ain't gonna be the last time y'all gonna be on, I'm sure. Okay. So I really appreciate it. And again, shout out to Ben Gray because I love Ben and Freddie Gray. Brother, I love you, Freddie too.
Benjamin.
Yes,
my brother.
Ben, that's the homie right there. I love him. And you know, just shout out to everybody out there. You know, if you if you don't like me, you know, that's cool. As long as you keep your hands to yourself, we all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even tripping off of what nobody say. People go say what they go say, period. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop a person from talking. It's going to be some status.
People talk too much, though.
They do.
And about nothing because they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? Misery loves company.
It's going to be a couple statuses made about me today. I know it is. Once they hear about the show, oh, she said this and that, I said it. So go ahead and make your status. It's okay. But anyway, we're about to get up out of here. And make sure y'all tune in every Thursday from 8 to 9, 1690 AM, The One. And shout out to William King for giving me this opportunity. And it's all good. So have a good one, y'all.